Hi, everyone. My name is Naomi, and thank you for joining in on another episode of Life Perceptions. How we perceive ourselves to be, how we intentionally set ourselves, and therefore mindfully choosing how to interact with our own mind and others, as well as projecting what we want to the universe. So, how do we do that? We do that each day intentionally, like I said. But when you intentionally set, you are already setting a blueprint, a guideline for how you want to interact up here and in here. And that's spiritually, mindfully, and throughout your entire being of who you want to project yourself to be. So, in that essence, we always want to shine through with positivity. So, dealing with bipolar, such as myself and other mental health conditions, it is always imperative, sorry, couldn't get that word out, imperative to set ourselves daily and intentionally. So when we do that, we are always garnering an ability to say, this is how I want to act, this is how I want to think. And though the thoughts can be challenging sometimes, and they do come that are off kilter, that are trying to weaken who we are mentally, and sometimes recycling traumas, recycling bad habits, we have to then orchestrate ourselves to act in a way that is in alignment to how we want to be. So we do that step by step, day by day. And as that process builds, the behaviors build. And as those behaviors build, then we implement a lifestyle in which we cater to a positive being. So always mindfully set yourself to be intentionally what you want. And in doing so, you are radiating positivity. So thank you. Watch your behaviors, act accordingly to how you want to act, and therefore sometimes in your behaviors you then set your mind frame to what you want to think, because sometimes when it's not clear up here, our actions can also reflect that. So we want to be in the essence of who we are choosing to be, and in doing that we can sometimes act here in our what we do daily, how we go about our work, how we go about our relationships, how we go about just daily functioning as family members, as wives, husbands, friends, all that intentionally. So we do that, and as we are engaging in those actions, then our minds will pick up on our behaviors. But if your mind is not clear, be in the clarity that you want to see every day. If your actions are not clear, that's pretty much representing a mindful display of chaos and destruction, as well as unbalance. So in that imbalance, try to medicate yourself, refrain from negative auras, beings, and people, that environments that add stress, and environments that add things that will reinforce that imbalance. So we try to do that each day intentionally. So I keep saying intentionally because sometimes it is a daily set of will to make sure that you are adhering to what you want to be and what you want to do. And that daily set of will is always in combat to what the chemical imbalance is acting and is asking you to do. So sometimes we have thoughts, we're wondering where they're coming from. Why are they threatening you, who you are, and your source of energy, and your source of being? That is just unbeknownst to the medical field, unbeknownst to people that want to diagnose you as bipolar 1, 2, or schizophrenic. There's more spiritual alignment to that. There's more spiritual aspects at play, as well as chemical, your receptors, your transmitters, and all the things that are going on in your brain, as well as things that hereditarily have predisposed you to such a condition. Also keep in mind the traumas in your life. So don't reinforce those traumas. Don't reinforce the people that be around the people that reinforce those the traumas that are replaying itself inside your mind. And with that chemical imbalance, it will replay itself. So you need to balance yourself out by being with things that calm the imbalance, that take away the anxiety, the stress, and all those misclarifications in your mind. And when you do that, then you set yourself to say, okay, even though I'm thinking a certain way, I can willfully set myself to say, to lessen that chaos, to lessen that disturbance in the mind. And medication may be a supplementation for that behavior and for that intentional will for yourself, as well as meditation, family discussions. And like I said, a therapist or somebody like a life coach such as myself does not have to be in an actual doctor's office. You can have therapy just by listening to music. You can have therapy just by reading a good book, being around people that help set your intentions and help you reinforce the intentions you want to set. And with all that clarity and all that reinforcement behavior helps your mind garner that perspective that you want. It's not easy, it is challenging, but I am walking the walk. I have been diagnosed since 2001 and I'm continuing the journey. And in my journey, I see the manifestations that I want. And I see that even in my earlier life and the traumas that I had to face that brought me to this diagnosis, I know that I'm more than just a code of medical terminology on a piece of paper. I have a mind that's still capable of many things, that manifests many things. I have a heart and a spirit that are designed to incorporate certain things and willful intentions. And such as this, you can be a display of information and positivity, as well as, how do you say, a voice to those that are unheard and those that are walking your plight as well. So I insist and I also advise that you always set your tone for your mind. Like you set your calendar or your alarm for the day, set your mind for the day. Set your mind and your heart and your intentions for the day. And in doing so, you put that display of a map of, okay, this is how it's going to be for today. And this is how I'm going to act. And if I get a little sidetracked, I can come back full force because I know I'm in control of me up here and here and my total being of who I am and who I set myself to be. So thanks again, guys. My name is Naomi. Thank you for joining in on Life Perceptions, where we always perceive to be a mindful, better us. Take care.